Hello, my name is Nicole Weber. Today I'm going to talk to you about different kinds of interest. So first of all, there are three main kinds of interest. You have nominal, effective, and real. Nominal interest rate is your basic interest rate, so it doesn't account for any kind of compounding period or anything like that. Your effective interest rate, however, does account for a compounding period. And then your real interest rate accounts for compounding periods and inflation rates. So over here you can see some handy equations that we're going to use today. The first one is for the effective interest rate. That's for a certain number of times compounded per year. So your R-nom is your nominal interest rate, which is usually given to you. And then the N is the number of times compounded in a year. The second equation is if it's compounded continuously, the only variable you have is your R-nom, your nominal interest rate. And then the last equation that we're going to use is the equation for the real interest rate. So that uses your effective interest rate and your inflation rate. So I came up with a cool example. The problem statement is that Seeger wants to take out a personal loan to buy a second house in Guatemala. His bank will offer him a $200,000 loan with a nominal interest rate of 6% compounded monthly. The current inflation rate is 1.1%. Calculate his real interest rate. What is his real interest rate if it is compounded continuously? So first we'll look at if it is compounded monthly. So again, your nominal interest rate, R-nom, is given. It's going to be 0.06 because it's 6%. And then your N is going to be number of times compounded in a year. So there's 12 months in a year, so your N is 12. Now using that first equation, you're going to calculate your effective interest rate. And then once you do that in your calculator, you'll find that it equals to 0.0618. Now you take that R effective that you just found, plug it into your real equation, and solve for your real interest rate. And again, your inflation rate is given to you as 1.1%, so it's 0.011 down here. And then after you calculate that, you'll find that it equals to 0.05015, which is equal to 5.02%. So that's your final answer for the first part of the question. Now looking at if it's compounded continuously, you're basically going to do the same approach. You're going to find your effective interest rate and then use that to find your real interest rate. So effective interest rate for compounded continuously is the second equation. So equals your R nominal, e to the R nominal minus 1. After you do that in your calculator, that equals to 0.06184. Go to your real equation. Calculate that all out, and you're going to get 0.05028, which is equal to 5.03%.